And for Russia's view of the separatist voting, Tom Barton picks up that part of the story from Moscow.
Russia's government supports the militants in eastern Ukraine, another convoy carrying what Moscow says is humanitarian aid, arriving even as the vote was being organized. Russian state media and commentators regularly denounce Ukraine's government and its Western backers.
They delivered a Frankenstein, a neo-fascist in the heart of Europe. Why I'm telling that neo-fascist, neo-Nazi? Because they are exterminating their own people who are armless, peaceful, women, kids, everywhere. Schools, hospitals, hostels, communal services are the target number one of Ukrainian junta.
Russia's military once again held combat drills close to the Ukrainian border, as it has multiple times in recent months, seen as a show of force by the West. Kiev, the EU, NATO, the US and various other countries accuse Russia of supplying the militants with weapons and sending their own army to fight alongside them, which Russia denies.
There is almost nothing that Russia agrees on with the West about this conflict. Russia recognizes this rebel election. The West does not. Russia says this election was part of a peace agreement. The West says it breaks that agreement. Russian President Vladimir Putin speaks of the Russian bear not letting anyone have its lands. Western leaders say Vladimir Putin is a bully.
Fighting between the pro-Russia militants and Ukrainian government troops continued, despite a ceasefire, even as self-titled rebel prime ministers went to vote. Russia has been critical of Ukraine's own recent parliamentary election, saying the pro-Western parliament elected is unrepresentative.
For Russia, it isn't a principal event because such parliament as we have now is not very legitimate one, and the next also will be not very legitimate without Crimea, without Eastern Ukrainian members.
That's a situation Russia has created, says Kiev. Russia's government and the pro-Russia militants hope this election will confer more legitimacy on the two people's republics. Tom Barton, CCTV, Moscow.